Welcome back and thank you for joining us for our Van Trip National Park series where we are headed to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. If you ever wanted to take that van trip and know what it's really about, follow us on this adventure where we are showing you what it's like to travel and live out of this van seeing the most beautiful parts of the United States. Heading out towards the Great Smoky Mountains this time. We're gonna probably try and do maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Anything, Chris?
Now we're going north instead of west.
It's a little windy today, so we're just gonna chill, relax, go as far as we want to go today. So we drove for several hours and decided to park tonight at Cracker Barrel. It's nice and well lit. We haven't spent the night at a Cracker Barrel yet, but we're gonna keep driving in the morning, so this is good.
All right, we just left Cracker Barrel in Macon, heading to John Carter State Park on Lake Lanier. Taking a back road up 87. Beautiful sunrise this morning. It's around 8:19 a.m. Had a great breakfast at Cracker Barrel after staying there last night. Good halfway point between Florida and Lake Lanier for us. Just enjoying the morning drive.
Another reason why we have Willie wear his seatbelt is because we just almost hit 3 deers that ran out in front of us and we had to slam on the brakes pretty hard. But we're almost to John Carter State Park where we're going to stay for 2 days. And this is our campsite for 2 days. Can't beat state parks. They're clean, beautiful, empty for right now. Picnic table, fire ring. It's beautiful. Good morning. That's all you need is your towel and your dog and your drinks. And you get on the boats. Good morning. We stayed here 2 nights and now we're getting ready to head up to Dillard House to have breakfast. Okay, we're at the Dillard House, pulling up to have breakfast.
It took us about an hour and 15 minutes this morning. I took the back route.
It's a beautiful drive up here. If you're ever anywhere near here, you have to have their breakfast or lunch
or dinner.
It's family style. Great
Where
place
is
to go.
Is it open?
Breakfast. Just ate like pigs and welcome to North Carolina.
We just ate at Dillard House. Great breakfast, very full. Unlimited amount of food for about $40, so it was great value. We heading up 1923 to get to Cherokee. It's about an hour away from the Dillard House.
We're going, we just went through Cherokee, the downtown area for right now. I forgot to film. And this is the river's flowing really well. It's beautiful. We hope to stay on the river somewhere tonight. We always got to stop and take a picture of Willie in front of the national park. Dogs. Dog. Gonna go on a little 1.5 mile hike.
Where's that?
By the river.
What does it say?
Beautiful hike. Right along the river. So now that we went on a long hike, Willie is dirty. And the easy part about this, let me back up, is you just plug that in. And he hates the word bath.
You get dirty, you get all dirty, you gotta get clean. I know you want to kiss me now, so you'll like this.
And gets all dried off. Happy dog.
That's our first time driving through heavy rain in the mountains. We've done snow. Now we're in between Cherokee and Maggie Valley. Trying to hit a waterfall. We took a great hike, but this is driving through the curvy mountains in the Mercedes, the Winnebago Air Sprinter van, going up and down hills in the pouring down rain. So far it's very easy, doing very well.
We made it to Soko Waterfall. We're gonna try and hike down that a little bit later, but it's still raining. We're gonna take a nap on the side of the road. Let's go down the steep hill to the waterfall. Soko Falls is a beautiful double waterfall on the edge of the Cherokee Indian Reservation, located between the towns of Maggie Valley and Cherokee. Enjoy it from a platform via a short little walk from US Highway 19, just 1.5 miles south of the Blue Ridge Parkway, at Soko Gap at milepost 455.7. So we want to sleep on the river tonight. We didn't reserve a place, so we're going to pull in here to the Stone Bridge RV place and see if they have one on the river. Good luck, Chris. Going in now because we're not making reservations.
Put that in there.
Living in a van down by the river. That's where we are. Okay, so we're leaving Maggie Valley with the most beautiful sleep on the river last night, and we're heading back into Cherokee, going towards where?
We're gonna work our way towards hold on, the highest point of the Smoky Mountains. So we're gonna hit the top of that mountain. Today it's raining, so we're gonna try to get some gas and see where we end up.
To Cherokee Indian Village. Okay, we are in Cherokee, and it's very quiet. I'm hoping to see some elk. We're looking for diesel gas, and the last 2 shells we've been to were out.
There's 2 up here.
So hopefully we find gas.
Oil BP.
Because our gas light just came on, but he's not worried.
That's just left Cherokee, heading towards Clingman's Loop, the highest point on the Smoky Mountain National Park. It's about a 20-mile drive, 45 minutes. We're going to end up somewhere around Gatlinburg when we exit Clingman's Loop this afternoon. You can see it's a beautiful drive right along the river. Oh, look at that, right in front of you.
Oh,
Look.
there we go.
I told you we'd see one.
Hello, Mr. He's not even moving. Oh, that's awesome. Hello, Mr. Elk.
What's he doing in the road, Willie?
Look, there's one over there, too.
There's your elk.
Oh, there it is, Clingman's Dome. Okay, we're almost to the top. We're in the clouds. There's still some snow on the ground. And here we are at the top. At 6,643 feet, Clingman's Dome is the highest point in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It's the highest point in Tennessee and the 3rd highest mountain east of the Mississippi. Okay, can you hear me breathing? It's very uphill. I'll be happy to go down. The observation tower on the summit of Clingman's Dome offers spectacular 360-degree views of the Smokies and beyond for visitors willing to climb the steep half-mile walk to the tower at the top. And believe me, it is steep. I guess I'm going to have to come back on a clear day.
Just came
But we're at the top.
in. Like half a mile. Pretty good hike.
Yes, it was.
I'm proud of you.
I'm not breathing as hard anymore. Pets and bicycles are not permitted on the paved trail to the observation tower or in any of the trails in the area. And somehow we missed that sign, but a very nice park ranger made the rules very clear on our way out. Clingman's Dome was definitely worth it. We want to come back when it's a little bit more clear out. but it was gorgeous. Now we're going downhill and we're headed towards Gatlinburg. One of the things I love about this drive is they have tons of cutouts.
Scenic overlook area.
Scenic overlooks, but you have to be respectful for the people behind you when you're in a rig like this and you go slow. You want to pull out and pull off so people can go around you. But this is beautiful. And again, we went early in the morning because we were talking to the park ranger, and he said that usually that hike we took up to the overlook is just jam-packed shoulder to shoulder of people, and you can tell like it wasn't crowded at all. And the cutouts are really good too, because we just missed a pretty waterfall that we want to turn around. I don't think we could do this anything bigger in the van, especially if we were towing something. We couldn't do these little turnarounds when you miss something. I like it. And because my husband is so sweet, he's turned around so I can go back and look at the waterfall. Thank you, Chris. Love you. And this is what I wanted to stop for. So, all the cars we're seeing now, there must be a really popular trailhead right here. Did you get the name of it, huh?
Alum Cave Trailhead.
Alum Cave Trailhead?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It is packed. We're not going to stop here, but it's probably a good trail. He won't let me stop at every single waterfall I see, but there's so many. Don't worry, we can fit through it. No height problems here. Here's another trailhead. And you gotta remember, it's a Wednesday at 11 o'clock. And it's this crowded, so...
You gotta get to places early, first thing in the morning. Don't wait.
Right. I can only imagine what this would be like in the summer. We're getting ready to go through a tunnel. Willie's favorite. Here we go. There's no markings on there.
Pretty good.
So here's a big one, towing a
Not
Jeep coming
stopping
through.
anywhere.
There they go. They're making it. So it was 41 degrees when we were up at the top of the mountain, and very windy and cold, damp. Now we're at the bottom getting towards Gatlinburg, and it's 72 degrees.
73.
73. It's sunny.
Going up.
We just entered Gatlinburg. Driving through. We're trying to stop somewhere we can have breakfast. Next time we come up here in the summer, I want to rent the side-by-side and go up there. We pulled into River Edge RV Park. It's going to be Easter weekend this weekend. We don't have a reservation, but they do have one available. However, there was a main water break, so there's no water, and they don't know when it's going to be fixed. So we don't know what to do. We'll get back with you. We're trying to make a decision here. We're at this park, which we could stay at. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. Chris is back to work Friday. What are you thinking, dear?
I don't know. Just trying to figure out.
What do you think we should do, Willie? It's gonna rain all day tomorrow, so weather-wise, we might just go stay in a Marriott. We have points. Lots of points.
Yep. We have lots of points.
I think we're gonna go park in Gatlinburg, walk around for a bit. There's another place we found, but I can't get them to answer the phone, so...
This is on the way. We'll go back to that.
We'll see. Now we're in Pigeon Forge, but we're going to go back to Gatlinburg. It's very close. So now we're going to go into Greenbrier RV Resort and see. It's supposed to have one right on the river. It's about 6 miles outside of Gatlinburg. They have availability, but we want to kind of check it out first before we see. We decided to stay. They have a trolley that even takes you into downtown. Okay, we're going to do Wednesday and Thursday on the river. It's supposed to be a lot of rain tomorrow, so we'll see how all these trees do. Kind of worries me, but it's okay.
Feel it?
Is it cold?
Huh?
You can rent these in Gatlinburg. All over the place. So the ease of our van is we just unhooked the electrical and got in and we're going to dinner. And hopefully we'll find a decent parking in Gatlinburg. Wait. Just happy Easter. We just had a beautiful service on top of Ober Mountain for sunrise service, and we actually were able to sleep in the parking lot last night right there at the entrance. And now we are going to do the Cades Cove Loop.
Stay in
Scenic
Townsend
route.
the next few days.
Yeah, we're going to stay in Townsend the next few days. It's supposed to be right on the river, so we'll see. We're going to enjoy this drive.
Doing a 20-mile drive from downtown Gatlinburg through Cades Cove Loop.
Cades Cove is an isolated valley located in the Tennessee section of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. The valley was home to numerous settlers before the formation of the national park.
Oh, we're going through a little stream crossing. Chris is upset because he just arm rolled his tires. I don't think we could have gone through this in a big RV.
Probably could. Well, there's an RV in front of us. It's a smaller one, too. Let's see. Didn't say anything about restrictions.
Okay, there's to Oliver Cabin, but we missed it, so sorry.
If you want to go.
There's the cabin way back in there. There's the old Methodist church.
In the cemetery. It's just on blocks. Look in the field.
Going around some tight turns, but there's a motorhome in front of us. A small one, and they're doing it. But there's some pretty tight turns. It doesn't give you a length require like max.
Height or length requirement.
But I wouldn't do it with anything over what, like a 30 foot?
Yeah, it's fine.
There's Dan Lawson's place. He had to walk a long way to church.
You probably cut across the mountain.
He might have crossed the valley with his family in the wagon.
This is Tipton's place.
There's
Nice
Tipton's
little stream
place.
going through. Look how far the stream going through it.
Got a nice little stream going through his
Big place
yard.
right here. Tipton's.
He had like an estate back then. He probably had a lot of cows. There's Carter's house.
Didn't have very big cabins back then.
No.
All right, so it's a great part of using the Mercedes. We're on Cades Cove in northern Tennessee, going through the 11-mile loop, and you can see going up and down the hills behind big F-250s and Jeeps and all different vehicles what it's like. So handles very well, very easy to maneuver. It's awesome. It's really easy to hear how the acceleration picks up and down with hills.
So we're leaving Cades Cove. I would definitely suggest the drive. We did it nice and early. Not a lot of traffic. Some very narrow roads. It's one way. Sharp turns. So I'm not sure I'd do it in a bigger RV. But it's definitely worth the drive.
You can see lots of deer, turkey.
We didn't see any bears.
A lot of beautiful nature, streams. It's well worth the drive. It's only 11-mile loop. It takes you about 30 to 45 minutes to go around.
Now we're heading to Townsend to our RV park. So we decided to do this drive, like I said, in the mountains on a Sunday, because Chris is going to be we have to have service. and there's absolutely zero service up here whatsoever.
Yeah, the drive to Cades Cove, there's no signal whatsoever. We have no internet connection. So if you're trying to do getting signal or anything, it's not gonna happen. So you gotta head to Townsend or back to Gatlinburg to get a signal. And we're on Verizon.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we have a good signal for work tomorrow, so he can work. And
then you can notice we rolled through here at 8 o'clock in the morning, and now as we're exiting 9:30, 10 o'clock, there's a lot more parking spots, a lot more full, a lot more cars coming in and we're passing.
there's nobody coming in right now, but we have passed some, a lot more than when we went in. Turning into Big Meadow Family Campground. We read some reviews online and it looked really good, but we did pass some other ones right on the river. Can't really hear the river, but it's nice. It's a nice backdrop. It's so quiet, but I can only imagine, like right next to it, they have a huge tubing place. So in the summer, this has to get packed. But for us, for the next 2 days, or the last 2 days actually, because we're leaving today, we were able to park here, get some work done. The internet's pretty good. Not perfect, but it's good. And that was our spot. We weren't ready for this trip to be over, so let's go to Kentucky. I've never been to Kentucky. And we visited the Ark Encounter, which is the real-life size Noah's Ark in Williamstown, Kentucky. The great state of Kentucky was gorgeous at this time of the year, where we found some U-pick tulip farms. And then we decided to head on over to Churchill Downs in Louisville. The Kentucky Derby was just a few days away, so this was a great time to visit. And that day in Louisville, they had the Thunder Over Louisville, featuring one of the nation's top air shows, and then one of the largest annual fireworks shows in the country. The next day, we decided to visit the Woodford Reserve Distillery and also had one of our own personal tours of the most beautiful future racehorses. Look at them. What a great drive. Then we headed all the way back to Florida to get ready for our next huge trip, which I can't wait to show you, of the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone National Park. Thanks again for van tripping with us. See you soon.